Our ROBOCON Tampa Bay 2013 coverage is proudly powered by the Microsoft Store. From Microsoft Office to the Surface Pro 2, from your classic Xbox 360 games to the all-new Xbox One, the Microsoft Store has it all. Whether you're a student, small business, or developer, go get your favorite gadget now at f5live.tv/Microsoft.
Kelly is assigned to the Engineering Directorate's Fluid Systems Design Group, working on Integrated Ground Operations Demonstration Units and Launch Services Program Propulsion Group.
That's way too many words for a title.
It's a whole screen.
Maybe our next interview will have a shorter title.
Rocket Rugby Dancing.
All right, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi guys, I'm Jason Howard, club president at Middleton High School for our robotics program.
Jason, I'm so glad we could have you guys on. Scott was really excited to have you on as well. I mean, if you weren't aware, Scott participated a long time ago.
Very long time ago.
He keeps dating himself on the show, and I keep reminding him of it.
It's true.
How did you get started in FIRST?
Well, I mean, we had I guess it goes back to my freshman year. That's when I first started. Since Middleton High School is a magnet school, and so people from all across the county end up going to Middleton, and my house is actually a half hour to 45 minutes away, and the bus ride would take 2 hours to get home. So I tried to join as many clubs as I could, just so my parents could pick me up because they worked 10 minutes away.
Boy, that sounds almost exactly like my experience. I was also at a magnet program in Pinellas. It was 45 minutes, and the bus ride was about 2 hours. So I totally understand that.
Yeah. So I pretty much started in the FTC program. My freshman year, actually, we had pretty much a bye year for FRC. So the only program we had at the time was FTC, and we had 2 teams at that point.
You guys seem to have a lot of teams, right? Kind of in general?
We have 6 robotics programs. We have 1 FRC team, 3 FTC teams, and 2 VEX teams.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I remember when VEX launched. Nick and I actually sold VEX when VEX launched originally. Do you remember that, Nick? You
Yes,
remember
I
selling
do.
VEX?
Yeah, I do remember that. That is insane. We were having some audio problems on the stream. I'm fixing them as we go.
Not a problem. It
mobile
is what
studio.
It is. So you're the president of the group, right?
Yes.
I assume that means you were probably either a junior or a senior.
I am a senior, yes.
Fantastic. And you've been in the program the entire time?
Yeah, all 4 years.
Very cool. How have your teams done?
My freshman year, since we only had FTC at the time, we made it to the semifinals at state with one team. They won the Inspire Award, so that got us a bid to Worlds, where we made it into the division semis, and we lost, which is fine. I mean, it's Worlds. And then my sophomore year was actually the first year I was team captain, and that's when we got our 3rd FTC team. As well as we restarted our FRC team. We had a shaky year for our FRC, but our FTC did really well. 2 of our 3 teams won state, and because my team was captain of the winning alliance for state, we got a bid to Worlds, and we actually were on the winning alliance at the World Championship.
Very
cool.
nice.
So, yeah.
That's certainly something to be excited about.
Yeah, and then last year, for Ring It Up, once again, we had a team make it all the way to the finals, but we lost in the finals, which 2nd in the Worlds is not bad.
Not bad at all. Making it to finals is fine.
2 years in a row.
That's really cool.
Now let's talk a little bit about one of the robots or a couple of whatever you have out today. What do they do that makes you guys different? I'm asking the hard-hitting questions today.
Yeah, that's pretty hard. I mean, every team is different a little bit way. I mean, there's some teams, especially here, some shoot frisbees upside down, some shoot them regularly. I mean, everyone's different. It's just you will always find at least one thing in common with some other type of bot. So it's hard to point out specifically what makes you different.
Fair enough. I've seen some of them. What we were seeing is they were lining it up along the logo or something of that nature with like a green,
somebody
green light.
with a light. There's all kinds of clever ways to get the targeting.
I've seen that a lot. Like they use like flashlights specifically, and then they use it for the reflective tape that they have over the scoring systems. And so they look for the light, and once they see the light, they know, all right, we're good to shoot.
Really interesting.
As team captain, what are your responsibilities versus just somebody who's on the team?
Well, I'm club president now, but
Right.
as club president, it's actually my job specifically to make sure we have good functioning robots. We have a club president, a vice president, and the vice president's really in charge of like community outreach and things like that. But I'm in charge of mostly just the robots themselves and making sure they're really competitive.
Well, it sounds like it's working.
Yeah, it's working really well.
You were saying, Scott, earlier, some of the teams have a lot of funding that goes into making the bots go.
It's true.
Who in the club is responsible for that?
We have a lot of parents helping us out along the way, but that's also something that our vice president helps do. We have a lot of corporate sponsors that help, so that's always nice. But then, since we are a Title I school, since a certain amount of people at our school have free or reduced lunch, we actually get a grant from the government that funded us about $12,000 last year. So that helps. Yeah, but we actually no longer have that grant anymore. So this is the first year, and I think since the school opened that we no longer have that grant.
Understood.
So,
well, sounds like what you guys have been doing has been working. Hopefully, you'll be able to keep it up.
Yeah.
We really appreciate you joining us today.
Anytime.
Thanks, Jason. You know, this is what I'm talking about. The kids out there starting from just wanting to get involved in something and then taking it to the level. I'm just so blown away by just all of the. I can't explain it. I don't know what I'm trying to. Just the sheer enormity of it all. It's crazy, and it's not something I've experienced. So to me, this is all just awesome. It's a very engaging, and I love it.
And